All right, how you guys doing? Here we go. Am I in? All right, hey, thanks for tuning in again, you guys. This week we're going to be rehashing the pumpkin spice latte, and we'll go over why. Real quick, remembrance out of 9/11. A lot of respect for that. Firefighters, if you know one, let them know how much you appreciate what they do. Anyone else in public service for that matter. So here we are, September, pumpkin spice latte season. Driving a white girl crazy, and you probably want to have a keto version of that. Well, we had one of my Ketodians or keto heads, or however you want to say it, write in and submit a recipe for us that we actually went over last week, but we had to tweak a little. There was a problem with the sweetener we were using. I was not aware. Someone called me out on it. Thank you. I always appreciate feedback anytime you guys can give it to me. I'm a perpetual student of this stuff. Not to mention things change, labeling loopholes and manufacturing changes. So bring them to my attention, always. I'll be the first to admit I'm wrong on something, and we'll help make it right. So today we are going to make pumpkin spice latte. Okay, so I have all the ingredients laid out here, and I have a blog post on ketopaleo.com if you guys want to go back and take a look at that recipe and take it a little slower. So what we're always going to start with is we're going to start out with some coffee. And I always save about a half an inch at the top of the cup, because once we mix all this stuff in, it'll actually create a little bit of a head on it. So we're going to start with 1 scoop of protein powder. Now this is just to give it a little bit of a flavor. And this scooper is not the scooper that comes with this protein powder. It's actually the one that comes with the MCT and or the coconut oil powder. But it works out perfect to flavor this just right for any of the keto cappuccino recipes. So we're going to mix this all together in the blender. 1 scoop. And then we're going to move on over to the MCT. Or like I said, if MCT is a little bothersome to your tummy, you can go with the coconut oil powder. I haven't found anybody that's had any trouble with that, but it adds the fat to the drink and the creaminess. So we got 1 scoop of protein powder, 1 scoop of the MCT. We're going to put a tablespoon of the pumpkin in. Okay. And her recipe actually calls for 1 tablespoon of heavy whipping cream. That'll up the fat a little too. I've actually made it with and without. You don't really notice it so much. So if you're trying to dodge dairy like I do most of the time, not a deal breaker if you don't have it. But out of respect for who wrote in, we'll just put it in there. Heavy cream, we got half a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. There we go. We got a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, which I'm a guy, so for a guy that means we're just going to put a dash in there. We're not going to get out the 1/4 scooper because I'm lazy. And then 1 to 2 packets of Truvia. Truvia is actually more of erythritol. Before last week, I think we went with stevia and the raw, which has a bulking agent in it that's actually, I do believe, dextrose. So that's out. And we're going to go with the Truvia. All right, so we're going to double check our list here. Got everything in. Hit it in the blender for about 5 seconds. Here we go. Good, so there's your pumpkin spice latte. Take a taste of that. You can double check me with any girl, white girl in yoga pants and Ugg boots. They'll agree. This is delicious. So, that being said, that's how you make a pumpkin spice latte. We got a lot of good things coming up. Next week, we're going to go over, I'm going to have a blog post on making pumpkin spice donuts. We're going to get that formulated up for you this week, and we'll get it on the blog. Also, I committed, I will be at Keto Gains October 8th and 9th in Las Vegas. If you guys aren't familiar with the Keto Gains webpage or the Keto Gains Facebook, page, jump on over there, check those guys out. If you're more into the performance, bodybuilding, stuff like I am, they're a great resource. They do a lot with keto. They even do targeted keto diets and cyclical keto diets. A lot to be learned, something that may work better for you. Next week, I'm also going to go more over the different artificial sweeteners. There's been a lot of artificial sweetener posts up and about today. Jake Wilson has some good stuff out there too. I'm sorry, Jake, haven't watched them yet, but I will. And lots of good stuff. So anyway, happy fall time, guys. You got your pumpkin spice latte now. No reason to go off keto. And we'll see you again next week. Take care. Bye. Good.